Hey, I am a stay-at-home mom that made $0 last year posting her life online, but maybe we'll make $1 this year. Anyways, how are y'all doing? We had such a great weekend. My husband and I got away. We went up to the Alps and got to just have this couples retreat, marriage retreat through his job, which was incredible. Like, honestly, 10 out of 10. We had just such a great time being able to do that for ourselves and for our marriage, and it was just a beautiful thing. I am back to, of course, though, the reality of immediately needing to do homemaking, make food, clean. The kids are telling me 50 million stories before I have even had a sip of coffee, but honestly, it's all good. I missed my babies so much, but again, it was so needed to be able to just like have this break. The other thing that I just want to know though, when you get back from vacation, are you like an immediate unpacker of your suitcase, or do you let it sit for a day? Do you let it sit for a while? Like, I am so determined to get our lives together. I can't even begin to tell you. Like, that's why I'm up immediately working on dishes and stuff, because I can't do it anymore, y'all. Like, going on this retreat made me realize for some reason, like, here we are at spas and stuff. And yet I'm like, we need to get our lives together and we need to get organized. Our house is just too much. I also need to figure out how to incorporate just workouts and stuff back into my life. Most random thought that came into my mind was how much I miss in the States, how you could go to the gym and have your kids be watched while you get a workout. Like, it's the little things that sometimes you don't realize until you're away from it or don't have it, how much you appreciate it. And again, I'm not saying that the States does not have its issues, but there are little conveniences that I'm telling you I am really missing. But we have reached the halfway point of being here in Germany. We have 2 more years to go. And then after that, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of ready to go back to the States. Ooh, we made it to the evening, y'all. Welcome to my middle class life. An evening with me. We had to go to this speech/feeding therapy for my youngest, which I basically came to learn after all of this that he didn't need speech or feeding therapy. However, we do need to see an ENT, but he just is that second born. Like, his attitude and everything. I'm like, all right. But anyways, something that I want to talk about is, tell me, how is the weather where you're at? Because this is the first summer. I've been living in Germany for 2 years now, and they have been hot. Whereas this is the first one that I feel like is really mild. We're getting rain and stuff here in the summer, which I'm not complaining, because for a place that has no air conditioning, no central AC, like, this is fine. But I did see in the news about in the States, it looks like it's about to be hotter than Hades. And so I just am curious where you're at, where you're watching from, and what is the weather supposed to be like? Because is anybody else slightly freaking out at the fact that it just seems like God is mad at us? Like, for real. Earthquakes in New York, crazy tornadoes, like all kinds of stuff. And especially for the States, I feel like in the States, it is just getting hammered with absolute positive chaos. And yes, I do know climate change, all that kind of stuff, but this has been real crazy in just the last 365. And so, yeah, pour your glass of wine, honey, because I feel like at this point in time, we're just at the end of our days. I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer, but you can't tell me that something feels off in the universe. Especially, like I said, nothing shocked me more than when I saw that New York had an earthquake. Like, what? Were y'all even prepared? If you're watching from New York, like, were you even ever prepared for an earthquake? Like, be for real. Nevertheless, we're just sitting at home, happy that my husband gets to be off tomorrow for Juneteenth. Hey, y'all. Welcome to another day in my life as a middle-class wife stationed abroad. So it would not be a day in Germany without waking up and it just being gloomy and rainy. But it's okay. You know what? To be honest, I'm okay with this. Before Germany, we lived in Italy, and by this time of year, we had snakes in our yard. We had all kinds of creatures. I'm okay without all the creatures and stuff here, but it would be nice to have continuous sunshine. But, it is what it is. I have really been wanting to see what I would look like with short hair. I haven't had short hair in such a long time, so I took this old unit of mine and was cutting and looking at it. I think if you saw yesterday's vlog, you saw that other one, which is not my favorite. I feel like that's going to be one of those units that I whip out when I just want to throw something on. But I wanted more of parting space and more freedom and to be able to have volume. So tell me what you think in terms of this sort of short, medium short style. I am making myself a list though before we went to the grocery store. During our couples weekend, we learned about the 5 love languages, and my husband did see how I like quality time, so he actually offered to come with me to run all the errands today, even though it's his day off from work, and I really appreciated that. It was really nice. So we went to the commissary, which actually wasn't too crazy. I was able to get our wick shopping done. He picked up this like little snack thing. I don't know. It wasn't my favorite. He, of course, pumped my gas, more rain. We ended up going to Globus, which is a mega store. And you guys, look at this. Look at all the alcohol. It's crazy. I really want to start learning about beer since we're in Germany. I'm more of a wine girl, but it's like I just don't even know where to start. So if you have some of your favorite beer recommendations, please leave that down below because I don't even know where to start. But when it comes to wine, I also am in heaven, and there's just so much. Of course, also with cheese, but we couldn't find Parmesan. I know they have it, but again, couldn't find it. It's not my favorite store again. I will stick to Etika, but nevertheless, how's your day going? I hope that you are having a great day so far. I'm ending mine with some sushi and hanging out with my babies and enjoying Juneteenth. I wanted to rot in bed so bad today, but I have kids and knew that my family left a mess for me. And without fail, yep, here we are. Anytime it's the weekend or a day off, it's like all cleanliness has left the chat. I don't understand. And the fact that it's the day after Juneteenth definitely has me feeling some type of way about being the maid right now. Okay, but now that I've gotten my venting out, I'll refocus and be thankful that I'm not having to clock into any corporate building under anyone else's timelines or deadlines but my own. I think social media can create too many either or scenarios. Like you either have to have it all together, or you have to be filthy, or you hate being a housewife, or it's a divine gift that you love. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's perfectly okay to not have to be an extreme and be in the middle. Life and seasons are fluid, and it's okay to flow. Will I always be inspirational? Probably not, but I can guarantee you one dang thing here on this app. I'm going to be real in myself. And if that fits your fancy, then welcome. And if it doesn't, I hope you find what you're looking for. I've had to realize lately that it is okay to utilize the block button and keep it moving. If you've made it this far, hi, I'm Ariana. I'm a stay-at-home mom stationed abroad, currently in Germany, and in the process of getting my life together as I enter this chapter of being able to focus on myself again. I am always curious where people are from when seeing my content. So go ahead and tell me today where you are watching from. And I can't wait to see you guys in the comments. Hello. With it being summer, I am trying to limit the amount that I am in the kitchen. And so today, while I was in the kitchen, I decided to go ahead and whip up a few things. So for this week's sort of sweet treat, I made a cheesecake. Oh, you guys, the cheesecakes are so good. I will share my recipe soon because I do a little mix of sort of a German and American style cheesecake, and it is just yum. I also decided to make some protein muffins, and so they turned out pretty well. The chocolate chips went to the bottom, but it's okay. I also made some with some walnuts that were even better. I also made some protein ranch dip. I'm trying to use up this mayo that somebody had brought over to our house from when we were hosting something, because typically I make my own mayo, but we're just trying to kind of just really downsize and use what we have in our fridge. So made that to go with some cucumbers that you will see me cut up later. Of course, a big batch of boiled eggs for another sort of protein quick grab treat. And then here's those cucumbers that I'm just cutting up again to just have with some ranch and some olives. That was like one of my favorite snacks that I've been having this past week. Again, here are those muffins. They turn out so nice and soft, and at the end of the day, even if the chocolate chips went to the bottom, my kids still love it and they eat it. Then, of course, had to chop up some watermelon because it would not be summer without some watermelon. Got everything bagged up so that can be in the fridge for the kids. And then last, made a batch of chili, which is both great for dinner for tonight, but then also I love to take it and put it in some super cubes and freeze it so that way I have chili for whenever I want. And of course, it would not be a chili night without some cornbread and some honey butter, and this isn't making it into leftovers. My family devoured it. All right, so that's my day today in the kitchen. I did share that chili recipe in a previous video. Y'all, I am literally running on E. I have an autoimmune disease, and then I also just have issues with my iron and just other stuff. And long story short, I got blood results back and it shows that I am just in the tank. And it was just such a long day because it was one of those where like we were running late to karate. Then I realized that I had to go and get more blood work done before I have my rheumatologist appointment, which is on my birthday. Yeah, yay me. But my kids luckily were behaving so well. Every single technician in that hospital was like, they are so well behaved that I was like, you know what? Thank y'all. Let's go to the store and you guys can pick out a little toy and stuff because I really want them to see that like acting right and being good humans, you can get special things, nice things. Like that is the behavior that we want. So they got to pick out a little Play-Doh set, have fun with it. My son's hair was driving me nuts. So I decided to go ahead and give it a cut right before I was having to run to base because I got a call that they were able to put in my medication. And so I was like, oh my gosh, we got to run. I got there and then realized I was missing my ID, but found it. An entire rainstorm happened in Germany because it wouldn't be Germany without it. But you know, it's okay. Mama just poured herself a big old glass of wine for this evening. And then I saw I got a package from Liquid IV. Yes, I am affiliated with them. I have a discount code. You guys know, though, I'm not a car salesman. So if you want the discount code, let me know. I've got it, I think, in my link. But if not, have a great weekend.